It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Rams and the Buccaneers, and it's coming up next.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford. On first down, Stafford here. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford under pressure, and they got to him again. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Brady. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Brady. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's second and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Brady. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Aaron Donald with a sack. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Now a first down throw. Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Stafford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a third and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Keeps himself, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Ndamukong Suh drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Throwing on first down is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pick of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
2nd down and 4. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. We'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game, and he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, fellas.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Rams.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw is Brady. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brady going to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. Going up top for Kupp. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there just before halftime. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. To throw is Stafford. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Vita Vea able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady on the screen. Bernard. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Stafford. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. A handoff to Fournette, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
To go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Brady. In trouble, and he's taken down. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Evans has it left side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Stafford. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Stafford on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now Brady. He'll drop this off for Bernard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. us a second down. Back to throw, Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Brady to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Four yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Fournette on the counter. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other. Quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? This feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice and tense on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. On the return is Brandon Powell. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. Bernard. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Now Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Fournette running out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44, Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 30.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. It puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's it's all said and done. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it